Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. So in between episodes I have added a few of the features. So we've built these guys. There's another one being built over here. I've also realized that I'm really short on hospitals throughout Ironsky. So I'm building another hospital over here. So this is being constructed by the team. That's why I built this bridge, so that we maybe will be able to get a few workers from over this area to come and work here. We should be able to get a few workers from over here. Ultimately, maybe this is a good spot for another few helicopters as well. I've got a fair bit of heating sorted out. I've started the construction, I've actually finished the construction of a heating facility over here. It doesn't have coal yet because that's not been finished yet, and I've got the heating exchanger over here, so hopefully that'll mean our heating will sort itself out a fair bit more. I can probably extend this this road up here a little bit, and so that we can expand if we needed to in that general area. Oh, that's just been done. What I need to go over here is coal only. So where do we have a stash of coal? Who's dumping coal over here? Let's quickly see who's doing that. But we are low. Okay, so we'll just grab these guys and say, come on buddies, you can also dump a little bit of coal over here for us. Unload instead, and that should be fine. So now we should be able to get coal here. This is just a small heating plant, and that should be sufficient to get this area up and running. That should be good. It's actually out of sight of winter now, so we'll hopefully get that running quickly. I just want to have a quick look over here in terms of, yeah, so we can see, well, it's actually not that bad. But yeah, we could do another heat exchanger over here. Is going to be just what the doctors ordered. Our population is absolutely booming. We're at 86,000 people. Our birth rate is significantly higher than our death rate. We're still seeing some escapes actually happening. I have had a look over here. We are producing a fair bit more food, but our crop certainly is running out fairly quickly. So crops is a bit of a challenge for us, so we will need to see at how we can import it. I've actually added an extra train, so we've got 3 crop trains running over here to bring the crops in. Of course, at the same time, we're also using crops over here for clothing production. And I believe that is fairly sufficiently providing us with clothing, right? Yeah, our clothing is good. We don't necessarily need all of this crops though. We're not using it at that kind of pace, so we might want to just almost drop this down a little bit so it doesn't drop in as much over here, and we can actually add a little bit of a buffer for fabrics and things like that. There is so much happening. It's really difficult. I've added a few places, some of these underpasses, so that we can get way more people here quicker, and I think that's working. This is filling up so quickly. We've got a lot of workers getting everywhere they need to go. Really, look at that. 242 is a pretty good number. Even this one should be able to fill up fairly well. 150 odd workers. So really that's doing a decent job. We have probably, what are we building here? We're building another, did our bitumen, it's probably on the way, isn't it? It's a new load, so we already unloaded a full stack of bitumen somewhere. So the next one is to do the fuel. I'm also keen on maybe moving crops around. That ship is tiny capacity, really. Tiny capacity for moving stuff around with that one. Okay, one of the things that I really want us to do in this episode is actually set up construction, helicopter construction. That is the plan. If we can, but this unfortunately is too tight, and we're not going to be able to set it up over here because I've obviously not planned for helicopter construction. What's going on over here? These could, if we can move this, we should be able to set that up over here, though we'll have to see about getting people there a little bit quicker. This is not powered, so I do wonder whether this works. No, it doesn't actually work at this point in time. A little weird that actually. Okay, what I'm going to do is let's quickly do that. Let's set up our 2 helicopter pickups over here so that we can actually pick up these 2. Okay, so let's get rid of this. That's fine. I think I would like to move it out that way, so I'm going to have to get rid of it over here. And we'll trim that back a little bit, so that should be okay. The path over here, we'll have to see about... Maybe the path can actually stay. I'm just thinking about that. The path could potentially even stay. Let's see what we can do with regards to our helipads. So we're just going to slot in 1 heliport. Is that... I don't quite get why that's not working, but that will work. We should be able to then slot these guys in. Oh, that's what was the issue there. So I'm going to slot in that guy over there, and I'm going to slot in this guy over there. No runways, thanks, but we'll grab a few roads. Some of these, we'll do that. So that should be okay. So now we should be able to pick up some stuff over here. Now, in order for us to get this thing back up and running again, I will need to route these guys through a little bit. So let's get the conveyor pipe engine pieces going. Now, if we do, I don't quite like these, to be honest. They're not the greatest. So let's get the standard ones and see if that can help us out at all. Okay, before we do that, maybe let's do a little bit of this. I think that's going to be just fine. I'm going to pay for those 2. Just so that they're in there and done with. And now what we'll do is we'll try and slot in these guys. So we still have that guy available over there. So that's not bad. Okay, now how come... See, this is why... Okay, let's go back. Let's try that again. So this is the problem. I wish this thing would work a little bit easier. So if we try and do... Oh, see, this is the issue. We need to bring this a little bit further away. I think if we do that, then we should be able to... Get that guy going, and can we squeeze in something over here? Honestly, ooh. Yeah, but I think that's a little tight actually, and it's partly because of how this thing is set up over here. What I am wondering is if I get rid of this thing completely, we'll trim that out, and then we'll try yeah, this is a bit of a challenge actually due to where that is. We probably need to I don't think this will work from a pathing point of view. Actually, it might. So if we do that, we'll need to get rid of this road. Let's get rid of that road there. I will oh crap! Who's using it? Okay, there we go. And what we'll do is we'll add it back over here somewhere. We'll do something like that. I'm going to go ahead and pay for that so we can get this all sorted out. We're going to have to pay for plenty of this stuff actually. Oh my goodness. Almost. Just to get it as far away as possible. like so. And I believe that would work. Oh yeah, there we go. Pay for all of those, I believe. Okay, now let's quickly hook up all of our roads again. That road is getting its done. I will probably have to run through here to that spot. So we'll do a little bit of this. We'll go through there, pay for that piece. Probably gonna need to, oh crap. This is what really can be quite frustrating about this game, is the fact that you should be able to do this, right? So really, where's it at? Oh, come on. Oh, actually that's fine, we'll do that. We'll do that instead. That's going to be fine. We're going to connect these through here, please. Excellent. I'm going to pay for that. Probably, yeah, I'm going to end up paying for all of these elements as well. That's done. Dead. Paying for this. Pay for that. Pay for that. We'll slowly get the helicopters up and running. So this is a bit of a retrofit. And obviously, as we play games where there are updates in question, we will ultimately be retrofitting certain areas from time to time, and I'm not necessarily going to rebuild that by myself. Anyway, it's doing a decent job. All of this is being built. Is that being built? Still need to build that one, so let's build that one. I'll build this one as well. Now, all of that's up and running. Is this powered? This is without power, so I need to figure out what we're going to do with power over here. That should work. This is getting workers over there. So power is the issue. We're missing coal. That's going to need to be coming in through here. So power is a bit of a challenge for us. Let's quickly figure out where we're going to do that. Modded power substation. Where do we have a power substation, by the way? We've got one over here. I don't necessarily want to trim that back at all. Let's have a quick look. Can I have a quick look at where we can find power? So all of this is without power. So this guy is not actually throwing power up to here. But where's the other ones? We've got one up here. We've got one over here. And where are they all coming from? I don't necessarily think we have additional spots for it. But this thing is hardly providing any power, so what we could do is we could do a bit of a tie-off over here. So let's go ahead and do that. We're not using a lot of that, so let's add power like somewhere over there. That should be okay. I'm also quite tempted to just make sure that we've got that sorted out. Now, splitting off power over here is probably, this spot here is probably going to be about the right spot to split off power. So let's go modded power transformers, and we are looking at splitting this guy off. So something like this is probably what we're needing to do. Yeah, something like this. Okay. If we do that, then we can certainly tie this one into a bit of a road over there. We'll pay for that. Then we'll grab ourselves this. Let's split it off there. I'm gonna have to run it through this way. That's okay. So let's make sure to do a bit of this. That's fine. We probably don't need all of these cables, but that's okay. Let's run it this way. That's fine. We get that through there. We'll cross. What? That's quite an interesting one. Through there and tie it in there. And what we'll do is we'll pay for this. We'll pay for that. And that means all of this should now, in fact, be working. As soon as that's built, all of this should get powered. Yep, power. Oh, there's this little section here that's not built. Let's build that one. Powered, 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 powered. There we go. Coal is now available. Let's just make sure that we get the little pathway available here. It's going to be fine so that we can in fact get firefighters over there should they need to get there. Okay, we've got some construction workers over here ready to do their thing. Okay, so that's the first item. Of course, the distance for the helicopter construction is quite a distance. We will also need to pick up stuff over here. Let's see, what do we have available over here? We really don't have room. Do we? Do we have room? Let's have a look. If we go and do this one. This is the one that we'll need to do. Yeah, that's a little bit problematic. This one will work. I believe that one will work. So we should be able to pick up some stuff over here. We should be able to pick up stuff over here as well. That's fine. And then we'll see about the rest of the stuff. So I think that's one. Now the question is, do we try and do more than one? I don't think we can do the big one. The big one won't squeeze in here. Unless we remove that, which we're not going to do. So we'll just end up with small ones. And maybe from a distance point of view, if we just slot them in every now and again, that might be exactly what we need. Again, with these guys, I'm just going to do a bit of this, and we'll go back and put the factory connection in there. That should be fine. Perfect. Let's pay for those and for the road section as well. This guy should be able, we should get the construction crews to come and do this one. Over here, we could certainly, we don't need, I don't think we need a lot because this is probably the one that needs the least interaction. Something like that's going to be fine, though I do want us to make sure that we don't do overkill with regards to the type of infrastructure we use. So let's go back, we'll get this road over there and we'll pay for that, and we'll also go back and get the factory connection sorted out. Okay, so that's up and running. We'll pay for that. This construction should do the trick. Now this is a little heating piece that I'm kind of tempted to move. Right, what's going on over here? This guy is getting IC4 medium to come and drop stuff off for it, and it's literally only for this guy. I'd rather use that spot to get some stuff loaded. So let's do that instead. We might actually do a 3 wide over here to come and pick up steel. So that could be okay. That could in fact be okay. Let's get another one of those modded heating plants in there. Yeah, it's this kind of setup, right? That's the setup that we're using. And we could in fact just make sure to squeeze it. Oh, so the reason it's here is because the workers are nearby. But even in this spot right over here, the workers will still be nearby. We could actually pick up from over here too, but anyway, I don't want to necessarily get that done. I'd rather get it done over there. So what I'll do is I will pay for this. So we'll get this built. Okay, then I'm going to grab the delivery vehicle over here. And we'll just make sure to, once that's done, to make sure that they will also in fact drop off the coal over here. Okay, so all the way down here, X is small, and you're going to unload stuff over there. What we'll do in the meantime is we will then trim out this one, get rid of the piece of road here, and I believe we should then be able to slot in some of this stuff here. Probably not the big one. Yeah, the big one's never going to properly work in there, but we can now, I'm sure we should be able to get the small one to work right over here. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Let's do a bit of this. And again, slot in that. We'll pay for that. We'll go back and we'll get the factory connection all set up. So that's good. Pay for the factory connection. So these will all now be built. That guy is already doing the heating job that it was that we moved it for. So there's a bit of construction going on over there. So what are we missing? We're not doing... can we... Let's see. We should be able to get gravel over here, right? Let's try that. Gravel. Okay, so it's a bit of a funky one in the sense that something's weird over here. But what we'll do is I'm going to reset up this thing. So let's get rid of this. And then we'll figure out how we're going to sort out the conveyor stuff so that we can actually get the gravel all in here too. So I'm pretty keen. Yeah, the problem with this guy though is we can actually get it to cross. Can we get it to cross over there? Nice. Okay. Is that about as... Can we get it a little closer down to bottom here? That's not going to work, I think. So if we do it up here, I'll need to see whether we can... Yeah, that should actually work. So let's try that. I believe that'll work. So let's try this. There we go. There we go. That's fine. That'll work. And then all I'm going to do is put another chopper piece over here. And that one I might actually do the 3 just because we can. Let's have a look at that. Actually, this setup right here is about right. So we'll do that. There we go. So let's tie this one in. I will go ahead and pay for that, and then give me my conveyors. So let's set up our conveyors. There we go. Pay for all the conveyors. What I'm missing probably is getting this thing to work. Excellent and excellent. Pay for those. Oops, don't want to delete anything. Let's pay for this guy. Pay for that guy. And we've got one more conveyor section left. And with that in mind, is this powered? Excellent. All powered. So all of that should now work. So now we've got all of the various pieces for the start of our helicopter construction piece. Now, the question is, where do we place that? We could certainly place that here. And I've actually got a modded one from AIG, which does the greatest modding work. We've got the helicopter construction office that is a little bit larger than the other. And, well, yes, that's an oil piece. So, actually, what we could do is we could slot it close to the fuel. What is this? Is this the fuel? We could slot it close to the fuel back here. Or we can slot it in here. That will be close to the fuel, so we can get fuel directly delivered over there. And we should be able to squeeze in some additional chopper spots as well. That's okay. Let's do that. This should be workable. This should certainly be workable. Alternatively, we can still bring in fuel from that side. Yeah, let's try this instead. So let's try this. I think that should be okay. We'll do that one over there. What I'll do is I will in fact see about setting up do something like that. That looks pretty good. I'll go ahead and pay for that. Let's get our pipes in place. So I do want to run a little bit of piping. We could run piping underground, but that's not really going to work in this case. So let's get it over the top. Actually, let's try and run it about square with it over here. And What was that? So now with this new snapping piece, that does start to become a little bit more problematic. There we go. So we'll do a little bit of this. I'm going to go ahead and pay for that. That should be able to drop off the various bits and pieces. What I want to do is add an extra set of heliports over here. I think that will be sufficient. We probably don't need more than 6 of them, but we will be able to slot in more over here though. Maybe not. If we wanted to do, we could slot in a fair bit more of them. So let's do that. That should be quite workable. What we'll do is we'll just make sure to tie this one in here, pay for that little section. So the construction is starting to get underway. If we need more than 6, we can slot in more than 6. Oh, look at that. These heliports are already done. I think they're very quick to build. So we should have helicopter construction underway in just a jiffy. Over here we can come and pick up these guys, which is awesome. Quite happy with that. Why are we running out of, we're running out of, that's a little weird. Operating as normal. Don't quite know why, because I don't see any, well, we see trees, but I think this is being misconstrued. So let me remove some of these trees. I think what probably needs to be done is we need a whole new set of trees to come in through here, because I don't think it's registering any of these trees to be used. So I need to be able to figure out that I'm running out of trees fairly quickly. The next time I play, I'm not going to want to do these little trees within locations. I'm rather going to do big tree areas. We haven't run out of boards just yet, but we need to set up a whole new set of trees going on over here. So I'd rather do big forested areas and then move wood around to a sawmill area and so on. I've tried to minimize the transport, and it's not quite the right thing to do, I think. Anyway, we'll sort that out. Okay, so there's a fair few construction projects underway. Let's just have a quick look what's going on over here. Now we're barely holding on with the crops. Why do we not have workers over here? Our workers are in fact arriving. Yes, lots more workers are arriving now. So we should have workers around. Crops is now the biggest problem, I believe. We'll probably run out of crops fairly quickly. But yeah, we're making a lot more food. Now we're missing crops. So yes, we are certainly doing a lot of work with this, and our food, wow, we are going through a ton of food. Yeah, these things are practically useless. I just don't want to get rid of it because there's so many guys that's actually making use of it at the moment. Are you loading something up, or what's going on here? You're missing crops, that's the issue. So you're practically doing it as quickly as you can. Yeah, we need way more crops in terms of this whole situation here. I believe you're delivering crops for us. But yeah, we need the more vehicles to be dropping off crops at the various spots. That's part of the plan. That's been done. This is underway. This is underway. Actually working really well. Our construction crews are doing their job well over here. Now let's get back to the new town. And I believe there's a fair few things. We can certainly start these construction pieces again. So let's unsuspend these two. Should be able to build them fairly quickly. Everybody should have food and stuff over here. People should be in school and all these kind of things. I've added some of these guys, some of these underpasses over here, though I don't think they're very heavily utilized because this area is actually planned a fair bit better than the others. I want to commission these as well at some point, but let's get these built first. Do we have people in here? No students at the hostel at the moment. Is this actually operating? Wow, look at that. Students waiting for professors, tons of them. The tunnels are underway over here. I've added some heating. There's heating here, and then there's a heating situation that needs to be built over there. What we need to do now is we probably need to have a look at how we're going to run the rail out from here to this spot. there's a fair bit of work going on over here, and so that we can figure out the rest of this. I'm a little concerned with this situation right here. But we'll have so rarely have any vehicles coming through here that it might be okay to just do that. Now, how am I going to do this whole section? And should we start our construction of this? We'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep a bit of an eye on that. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do with the rail. I am tempted to run rail on this side and run it down here, but also to run it up here. So maybe I'll do a little bit of this. Okay, so let's try and move it slightly away from the road there. I think if we unsnap, oh beautiful, unsnapping was just the one we needed here. So I just wanted to run it out of there a little bit, like so. And then we'll put snapping back on, F4, put your snapping back on. And now what I want to do is I want to actually run it like so. Let's, not that one, let's switch on this. Yeah, that's a nice straight section through here. I wonder if this is going to be sufficient. Yeah, I think this is going to be fine. All we'll need to do is make sure that we can do something like this. So that guy can in fact come in that way. Let's see, if we do this, like so, can we do the multi-cross over here? So can I, for instance, do that? Well, let's try it from in there. Can I do this from over here? I'm doing that and this one. Nice. Now, can I do the other one? Oh, I can. Now, I'm not sure this is a brilliant plan, but it's okay for now. So it's a proper crossover to get into any one of these guys. Well, not anyone, they're all just one-way connections. And then what we'll do is we will go ahead and tweak this one into that general direction. And the other one, we will go down over here somewhere. Do something like this, I think. Do something like that. Let's, well, what we'll need to do is we will certainly need to run this out in a similar fashion. So if we do something like that, oh, we can. Oh crap. I was hoping that would actually work. That's not going to work, so let's trim that back to there. Don't demolish it. Now, these guys... oh, actually it doesn't have anything in here. Okay, well let's do that. That should work then. We'll do that. We'll tie that in there. That should work. To run that in through here. And we'll run that one over there. There we go. That's pretty good. Now, across this one, yeah, we can just bridge it across, and I'll just use the standard. So I'll show you how we'll do our very first curved bridge over here. I do love myself this thing. This new bridge is awesome because what's going on? You should be able to, yeah, perfect. That's good. So look at this. Look how awesome that is, right? It's really adapting to what is underneath it. So this is a big span, that one is not. It's not a very convoluted bridge setup, but that should work quite well. And what we can now do is basically we will want to drop that down over about 120 meter length. That should be okay. No, let's pop over back to this, and then we'll tie that in over there, bring this one around like so. I'm not a big fan of that, so let's you know what, let's do this, and we'll work on the curved nature of the bridge a little bit. Let's do that and see if that's awesome. Not what I had in mind, buddies. Not at all what I had in mind. Trim it to over there. We should have dropped it down, right? Yeah, so that's a little weird. Do that, and obviously what we want to do is we want to drop that down. That's fine. I think that's okay. That's much more manageable. Look at that. Let's have a look at that. Look at that smooth transition. I could almost do a little bit more on this side, just so that we get that to work a little bit better. So let's trim this one back to about thereabout. Let's see about, you know what? Let's just go all the way to there. And what we'll do is let's start this one off again in a pretty straight fashion like so. Yes, there we go. That's good. Now we will go ahead and I believe that's okay. And that's a bit of a turn as well. And we'll run that back down there. There we go. So a nice gradual bridge over the top there, over the intersection, and running straight to the airport. That's pretty good. And what we can also do is that can then tunnel through over here. So we can have one go off through here and we can tunnel on this side. Yeah, we can tunnel one through there. That should be pretty good. The other one can go ahead and feed whatever is going on over here. So if we do that, okay, of course what I would want us to do is just make sure that all of these can actually mix and match. So I wouldn't be, so that's the inbound and the outbound actually. There we go, something like that, and that should be able to give us everything we need over here. We could see about running the rest back, so let's, so unfortunately, what we could do, that seems to work. There we go. What we'll do is we'll turn this one out this way. Actually, let's start off with this one. We'll get it as tight as we can. Yeah, that's about right. That's exactly about what I would like to do here. If we do something like this, it's a bit of a tight turn through there, but that will allow us to run now a tunnel through towards this side. I think that's going to be the plan ultimately. So we've got our pieces over here. I think this is going to be pretty cool. What we don't have going for us over here is, I think this distance might be a little short, but I think it should be fine, especially if we put a little bit of a bridge or a tunnel or something in here. I think that distance should be okay. In retrospect, maybe the other side would have been better, but I think that's okay. That should be fine. This one, I'll leave as is for now, but the idea is ultimately that we will run that with a bit of a loop, box loop through here, and can even go into that piece there. Okay, perfect. That's about it for now. These have been built. Let's get this guy up and running. I'll pay for that so that this can start getting constructed. Certainly need more tunnels and things in through here, or bridges through here. That would be awesome if we could do that. These tunnels are underway, but they are progressing very slowly. I think there was a hospital that we were building. Let's quickly have a look if that hospital is in fact done. Look at our motorway. Our motorways in the future will look so much better now that we can have roads snapping together. I've started building some more train sections over here, so that's okay. Let's throw an extra locomotive in there as well. So get that underway. What's going on with these guys? Oh, I think we are making our way through all of the bits and pieces that we need to have constructed. So they're going pretty well. I think we'll move them across shortly. Did we finish our hospital over here? Are we getting workers? We are getting workers. We just don't have any ambulances. But what I thought we could probably do over here is build a fair bit of these. So let's quickly slot them in here. So we can have some helicopters around. Don't quite get why I always struggle with this. Really? That's painful, isn't it? What we'll do is come on! Crossing not allowed? What the hell in terms of crossing is that? Let's just redo it all together. See, now that's pretty much what I was busy doing there anyway. Okay, so we'll do that, we'll get these going. So people are making their way to the hospital. No one is actually making use of this bridge, unfortunately. But I'm hoping that we'll actually get we'll get these built pretty quickly, and then we can put some helicopters in here. So that's awesome. I don't have any spare ambulances. We need to build a ton of them. So let's actually expand our ambulance construction a fair bit. Let's do at least 16 of them or something. Where are my ambulances? Alright, we should have it. Here we go. 16 ambulances should be a good one. We could probably do a few snowplows as well, I think. Yeah, probably need a few. We can see about moving a few of these around now. Awesome. Oh, this has been growing around nicely. Should hopefully get that up and running again. Something went out of power or something, I think. What's going on over here? Yeah, we're kind of maintaining that 500-ton crops all the time, and our food situation should still be good. Yeah, that's fair enough. It points to the fact that we're really just barely hanging on with regards to the food, and we probably need to expand our food production in different locations as we continue the journey. We've finished building another one of these ships. I'll set that up in just a minute. Construction helicopters. Let's have a quick look. Where did we do that? That's done. This is not done? Seriously? What are you waiting on? What's taking your time here? We are close to finishing this part. Oh, this is the new scaffolding, by the way. Got some proper scaffolding on our construction projects these days. So these last few days should be finished fairly quickly. Over here, there's a bit of time left still here. Okay, I'll leave these guys to continue their work, and then we'll see about the rest. I'm hoping that my construction mechanisms, the US variety, can actually be moved by the helicopters. Would be a bummer if it can't. The one thing we do need to pick up is, where do we have the largest piece of unemployment? Can we see unemployed? That's the one that I'm wondering about. Can we see people who are unemployed, higher education, workers with lower, uneducated workers, adults, workers? Worker was unemployed yesterday. So let's have a quick look at our largest sections of unemployment. Is it over here? Oh, we've got tons of unemployment over here. Okay. In that case, I'm pretty comfortable to just pick up workers over here for the time being. Look at this high level of unemployment that we've got going on over here. So these are a fair bit of unemployed over this way, but a fair bit over here as well, but it seems less than the other side. There's a lot of unemployment right over here. I'm thinking we'll do a setup right over here. So let's get ourselves working on a passenger heliport platform. It needs heating. Interesting. We do this. You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to put that one in place here. And just as an FYI, can we add extras to this? I don't think we can. No, I don't think we can add extras to this. But what I do find interesting, okay, hang on, and let's do the modded. How much fuel does this thing actually take? We're just going to have a quick look at that. Fuel, 60 tons of fuel. I think I'm comfortable that that might be enough. Let's do a very first gate over here, because it feels to me like this kind of setup is in fact where you would need... Ooh. Okay, let's push it back a little bit. Push it back a tad. What we'll do is we'll set up a gate pretty close by over here. We'll do that, okay? I would like to do that. I think that's pretty cool. This is an aesthetic thing, but maybe in the future, actually, with the police piece coming out, it might be a little bit different. So if I do, can we get, are we really? I thought this thing needed heating. Oh, hang on. It's not, it's this one. It's this one, sorry guys. Yeah. So that should work out. A little something like this. Okay, let's do that, see how that works. Okay, go ahead, get that all constructed up. We'll get the guys to come and build this up themselves. So let's put a bit of a wall in there. Or shall we just do the fence? Yeah, I'm going to do the fence, and we're going to do it slightly... Yeah, because people are actually going to be able to get in here. So let's do something like this. A straight section through there. And then a straight section through here somewhere. We'll tie that in like so. Not bad. We'll do a bit of a straight section out of here. And we'll do a little bit of a section up here. Like so, and we'll do a bit of a section through there. And now what we'll do is we'll just give it a little bit of corners going on here. Excellent, that's good, and that's good. There we go. Let's go ahead and commission that construction, and we'll see. We'll get this thing set up and see how that works and how that looks. So you can pick up construction workers over here. We can also, of course, pick up construction workers somewhere over this side. Actually, they are being funneled out. There's not that many, actually. I'm comfortable with the one that we've got going, being set up at the moment. So that should be okay for now. Let's move on over here. Is this almost done? Yeah, these are big guys. This is about 390 days left, so we'll see, can we get that done? If not, we'll end it up just before the episode. End of the episode, we'll move that out. We're still building more wagons over here. Let's move some of these vehicles into their rightful spots. Okay, so this facility over here is where all of they are going. Wouldn't mind getting our helicopter construction ready to go, so that we can move about doing things a little quicker. Oh, we've got a lot of ambulances ready to go. We'll start moving them to the various places that needs them. We build those ambulances really quickly, just like cars. Oh, it's pretty much all like cars. Slightly bigger cars, vans. What are we doing? Oh, actually we've finished building all of them. So let's give me a ton of those and we'll move them to our latest hospital over here. How many can we have? 7. Can do a bit more than that actually. Can do about 8 I think, and that'll still have room for ambulances as well. This guy doesn't have any fuel, so if we want to do that we'll need to be able to drop off fuel over here. So let's get the Irinsky reserve pool over here. Can we do that so that at least we're getting a fuel being delivered? Make sure to deliver all the fuel you need. That will be good. Excellent. Excellent. Little bits and pieces. We're getting it all sorted out. This construction should do its trick fairly quickly. Are we getting workers out here? Yeah, we are getting the workers that we need. And that should be able to heat this area properly. Okay, are we starting to cut down? Not quite yet. Got our helicopters flying around. I still haven't seen this one in action, and I am wondering what is it saying? Is that those are the blue? So it should be able to pick it up over there fairly easily, fairly comfortably. It can go out all the way out here. So yeah, it'll comfortably be able to pick up water should there be a requirement, should there be a fire. Building is without power supply. Are we... So the issue with power supply is we tend to drop the power supply when we don't have workers here. That's every time that happens. Every time that happens. I am tempted to run a bus as well. How many workers do I have hanging out over here? Not a lot of workers actually. Not a lot of workers. Not a lot of workers is hanging out over there. Yeah, these two trains are too close together. How many trains are actually coming here? All related vehicles? Whoa! We've got a lot of trains coming here. So really that shouldn't be a problem. There's multiple trains doing this movement all the time. So the fact that that gap was a little bit out there, not too sure why that's a big deal. Why that happened the way it happened. Anyway, we'll get this construction all moving. Going on with our crops. Crops are good. Going on with the food. Wow, out of food? Food should be delivered fairly quickly though. Yeah, food is constantly coming in. Probably it was just a train through here that picked up a fair bit of that. Yeah, so we are still not quite sorting out our food the way we would like to sort out the food. What are you dropping off? You need more. Okay, hang on. You need a couple of wagons actually. So when you're done, let's move you. Come in over here so we can get at a few wagons. You know what? Let's do that, and we'll just add a couple more of these. I'll grab one of these guys, and we'll say, buddies, pick it up over there and take them in there. Go for it. Stop production. And I'm assuming that's a power issue, right? No, production is back up and running. So I think that's a power issue. That's what I think. That is what I think is the constant problem with these guys. Okay, you go back over there, please. This guy, I think, is on the way. Yeah, we're going to give it two extra wagons here. 1, 2. And we're going to say, well, make your way over there and stop. So just so that we pick up a little bit more crops each time. What is this train? This is chemicals. We don't need way more of that. Okay, how's this going? Are we done? Okay, I want to end this episode with this guy. So how far are we away? Oof. We're missing workers? That's a bummer. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish this off. Just the last little section is going to be done. We probably delivered all the materials and we're just missing with the workers. So I'm going to do that so we can set this up and running so that I can actually assign something to construct. Now, we need helicopters. We don't have helicopters just yet. The Mi-10s I know are awesome. 28 passengers. So this one doesn't carry any cargo? Or can it also carry cargo? 22, 28, 47. So this guy will carry 47 passengers, which is not bad. This guy will carry only 28 and this one 300. Yeah, okay. Well, let's buy 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and then what we'll do is we'll grab the Mi-6s, 2 of the Mi-6s. Okay, so there we go. Now that was a fair bit of money into that. Let's see, do we have fuel available over here? We do not, so I'll have to put a pump in here somewhere. I was hoping that would not be the case. I mean, especially considering that it is being pumped over here, and because the destination, but it's not being pumped at the moment. Maybe if the train actually does run through, it will pump. But anyway, I'll have to put a pump in there, that's okay. So for the time being, let's make sure that we are, okay, we are going to pick up this over here. This is, we'll have to change that a little bit. So that's going to be bricks and prefab. So for steel, I would like you to pick up over there, please. Okay, let's rename these things a little bit. So this is going to be the brick. Is it brick and prefab? Brick and what's that? This is the brick and prefab heli. Okay, that's the steel and board heli. This building has no connection to warehouses or factories. How? How is that? It does have to have it. We'll double check that now. Steel and board heli. Okay, this is the, what is it? This is mechanical and this is the components heli. Rename components heli. Same problem. And this one over here is the what is this? This is gravel heli. Rename gravel heli. Okay, so with that in mind, now we should be able to find the spots for them a little bit better. Brick and prefab. So if we're going to steel is over here. Why doesn't that work? Anyway, this one should work. That one should work. Gravel should work. Something's not right here. Let's double check what's going on here. Let's reconnect here. I think that connection just didn't want to. That is weird. Pay for that. Is it okay now? Now it's fine. Now I'm thinking this should work. So if we assign it, steel and Boards. Boards heavy. We do need the asphalt and the concrete. So let's sort that out over here. Get them the appropriate naming convention going on. This is going to be the concrete. Actually, this is the concrete plant by itself. So I'm not going to rename that. It's not the hillies that I'm doing. So let's find our piece. So they'll have to travel quite a distance, but I think that'll work well. It should work well. There we go. That's good. And workers needs to be picked up over here, which is not constructed as of yet. So let's. I'm just going to go ahead and pay for that. Oh, the guys are in fact actually building the fences. Okay, fence is being built though, so that should be ready for us to go. Makes sense to have a hilly port like this all fenced off though. It's an interesting one. Okay, that's done. Ooh, this needs fuel. So let's just make sure that whoever's dropping off fuel over here will in fact also drop off fuel right over here. Can I design more buildings? Oh no! Well, let's get the other one then. Just to make sure that we do in fact have fuel available for helis over here. I would have to make sure that we get the fuel set up on this side. So let's get the pump going. Okay. Almost finished with this episode. Very almost. Very almost. Let's just redo that entire section through there. Let's get a pump sorted out over here. Okay, so pump over there. We'll get this pipe all linked up again, and we'll get this one to go over. No. You do that often, don't you? Pay for this and pay for that. This is probably not going to have power. I'm just thinking. There's no power over here. Didn't actually look at that. Okay, pay for that. Is this working or not? Yes, no, maybe. Oh, it is. It's working. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, I need to move a few things over here. So now this has got the fuel available there. The heliport should now be built. So we'll quickly assign the heliport. Building has no power supply. That one doesn't have power. That's interesting. I'll have a quick look at that. Can we please go ahead and assign the Levushka passenger heliport? That's fine. Power. I may have to do a little bit of work on the power over here. Can we pick up power from... Yeah, we should be able to. Can we split it off? Let's quickly have a look. Maybe we'll just split it off. Power, please. Yeah, so this, all of this doesn't have, so it just moved it through anyway. There's our... Okay, so we've got power over here. It hardly uses it. We should have power somewhere up here too. There's power there. But that's a pretty minor piece though. But we're hardly using that either. Okay, so we'll just move extra power in there. Modded power substation. Probably move it over this way. Just feels right to me. That should be fine. Give me my... So what I'm using these... Where are they going? Oh, that's interesting. Starting work on this straight away, are we? Medium voltage switch. Okay, so let's build some of these things. what we'll do is we'll do a bit of this. We'll run that one in there, we'll run this one over there, and we'll run that one in there, and we'll pay for all of those. So that should set it up for us. Nothing going on over here just yet. Just immediately bringing some stuff over for us. Nice. Now we'll just go ahead and pay for that. Get the helis back in their spots. Now there should be power over here, so these guys should in fact be getting everything they need. Excellent. So that's up and running. Now I want us to maybe assign a piece of construction to them. There should be plenty of construction around. So I'm quickly going to assign a piece of construction to them. We don't have any... Okay. A piece of construction where there's actually stuff going on. We've practically built everything, haven't we? So what we could do is we could certainly help where stuff is underway. That's been assigned, so this needs way more asphalt and stuff to come on in. So what I'll do is I'm just going to assign these guys over here. So that means, okay, I've paused the game, so we quickly pop on over here. As they come, they should bring on asphalt or something. Here they go. Oh, maybe they're going to go and get workers. Let's follow this guy out, and that will be the end of this episode as we play this out. Yes, it's going to go and get workers to go and work over there, which is an interesting one. Slightly different UI. Okay, we'll fly this one out as we end our episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please remember to hit that like button. Tell me what you think of the fact that we're now using helicopters to do the trick over here. That's a good little shot there. Oh, straight across the airport. That feels a little weird. But we'll see. We're going to pick up some people over here. Oh, tons of people are waiting. Excellent. Look at that. Look at that. It looks awesome. The distances that can be traveled with these guys is pretty good. Straight over the airport. I feel that's a little weird. Although if you go straight across the runway, you're probably not risking too much. But yeah, there's a fair bit of distance. Oh, there comes the other helicopters to come and pick up some asphalt and things. Look at this. Wow, look at that. Still a helicopter parked over there. Yeah, there is in fact still one parked over there. I will sort out the mechanisms, but yeah, this is quite a distance to be traveling to come and help out over here. So we might have to build heliports a little closer by, so that we get a bit of value out of those workers as well. Anyway, we're going to drop off some people here now at the construction site. This is the new airport, so we're practically from airport to airport, really. Let's see how this works. Just dropping people nearby. Excellent. So now that guy is just kind of hanging out over there, is he? Why is he hanging out like this? Here we go. Now we're leaving. Excellent, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.